Hello, my beautiful fashionistas. You are welcome to Yvonne Winifred Yuji. Hope you're doing great. In today's tutorial, we are making this beautiful kaftan or Bubu Maxi dress. It has an off-shoulder neckline that you can wear on either side, and the sleeves are kind of short and split into two, as you see. The dress is a Bubu dress that can be cinched in. It has a tight waistline. It has ropes inside there that are hidden, and if you really want to see how it came about, forget that dancing. If you really want to see how it came about, keep watching. And it can also be free like this when the ropes inside are not tied. So I made it in an Ankara fabric, and it's not 100% cotton Ankara. It is a mixture of properties, but you can make it in a chiffon and anything at your disposal. So guys, to start off, already I've folded my piece together. I'm cutting front and back together. You see, everything is folded into two, so I have like 4 parts here. So now to start my shaping, I've already created a line which is going to be a shoulder line, our shoulder line for today, and I left 1 inch from the top and I created this shoulder line. So for the width, guys, just use like your hip measurement plus more inches. So first I'm marking half of the shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. This is what I'm using today. I usually use 7.5. So after that I add about 10 inches for the sleeve, and I added also 1 inch as the sewing allowance or the finishing allowance or hemming allowance for the sleeve. So altogether I have about 19 inches along the waist, along the shoulder line. So after that I come down to 11 inches, and that is going to be my sleeve opening. So I need only 10 inches for sleeve opening, but I added 1 inch as the sewing allowance. So altogether I have 11 inches here. That is going to be our sleeve opening. So now I want to move in to shape my armhole or my sleeve together with the Bubu. So what I'm going to do, from the shoulder line, I'm marking to where my hip line is, about 24 inches, but this is off shoulder. I can even use 23 inches or 22. I'm using the hip line because it is the largest measurement that I'm working with for this Bubu. If your waistline is the largest measurement, consider that. So now along this hip line, I'm going to mark 1/4 of the hip measurement plus 5 more inches. So in this case, mine was about 17 inches. So it's like 4 inches is the ease allowance, 1 inch is the sewing allowance. So I'm marking the same this way where the sleeve opening stopped. So from the center front, I'm marking the 17 inches towards where the sleeve opening stopped. Then I just created that line. Then I'm carving it out simply like this to shape my Bubu. Hope you're understanding everything. So that is what we have. If you want to just move in from the from where your sleeve stopped, and you move in like about 2 inches towards the center, and that can be all. So now from the center front or center back, I'm marking the 17 inches that we got after 1/4 of the hip measurement plus the ease allowance that we are using for this dress, and I'm connecting the points like this towards the top, towards where the sleeve opening is. You can even use your rulers. Please use your rulers. I just used freehand, but you can use your rulers. And now that is what we have. So remember, we have to continue this line towards that allowance that we left at the top. And now I'll be cutting from the top towards the downer part like that. And I'm going to do that off camera. And after cutting, this is what I have. So now I've opened my entire piece or pieces. Remember, I have the front and the back, and this is the wrong side that we are looking at. So guys, remember we have our midpoint here. This is the middle of the entire piece or pieces. Like this is the center front. So from this middle, on either sides, I want to mark half of the shoulder measurement. So usually I use 15 inches as my shoulder measurement. But since this is off shoulder, I'm going to use 16 inches as the shoulder measurement. So on either sides from the middle, I'm marking 8 inches. So altogether here, this off shoulder opening is 16 inches. So now at this point, by the way, first, let me just continue my line so that we rule out this shoulder line all through like this so that we see the sewing allowance and the main piece. So now at this point, remember in the middle now I have about 16 inches, 8 inches from either side. So where that point stops, I'm going to just sew 1 inch towards the left and also 1 inch towards the right on either sides where the shoulder stopped, along that shoulder line that I made already. Hope you've understood that. You will see it. Then afterwards, I will finish or hem that top piece. I'll just double fold by half an inch for the front, and I sew all along and also even for the back. Then I'll also sew this side of the sleeve. I'll just double fold like this by half an inch. Double fold, you fold once and then again you fold another time, and finish the sleeves or those parts of the sleeves for the front and also for the back, and later I'll take on the sides. So after the sewing, this is what we have. You see that 1 inch that I used to join the front and the back. You see now this middle point, the shoulder line is now open, and the sides kind of the sleeves are also split into two. So the sewing was only where the shoulder ended on either sides, and it was only 1 inch. It's kind of a tacking of just 1 inch. So remember we need the ropes. So for either ropes, I've already made them. For each rope, the length, you can use 30 inches or 20 inches. I used 40, but it was too long. And the width of the ropes was like 1¼ inches. So from the top, I have to determine where my waistline is so that I place my ropes. So the ropes are now just pinned. So from the top, determine where the waistline is, and also move a little bit up by like 1 inch or 1½ inches, since this is off shoulder, and place your place your ropes. So from the middle where I placed my ropes, guys, from the middle I used 1/4 of the waist measurement, and I placed the rope there. Like, measure from the middle, measure 1/4 of the waist measurement towards the left and place your rope there and pin it down, and also towards the right, measure from the middle 1/4 of the waist measurement and also pin down the other rope. So that is where I placed. You can even move them a little bit further, since this is a Bubu dress. Then afterwards, you just, take in the sides. Remember, this is the wrong side. We are pinning the ropes at the wrong side. They are inside. They are not supposed to be seen. After all that sewing, just hem your dress and the sewing is all done. So if you have any questions, please comment below. pin your ropes or sew the ropes at the wrong side of only the front piece, by the way, only the front piece, not to the both front and back, only the front piece. And after, when you tie them, they will be tied at the back like that. So they start from the front side, then you tie them at the back, inside your dress, not outside. They are hidden. So after all that sewing, this is what we have. The top is finished properly, and also I've finished tucking down the ropes like this. You see, mine were longer. They were 40 inches long each, but use like 30 inches long each or 25 inches long each, depending on your waist measurement. So they will be tied at the back, and the body is supposed to be inside, or like, yeah, inside those ropes, inside the tying. So the sides are also finished, and now at this point I can take my dress towards the right side, the correct side, the good side. Hope you're understanding everything. I've tried to explain as much as I can. So now when we take it to the right side, this is how it looks like, and on the body, this is how it came about. So here the dress is now free, and remember, the ropes are inside, so they are tucked down or sewn at the front side. You cannot even see them, they are inside there. The sleeves are finished, the off-shoulder neckline is also finished, and now the waistline is not cinched in. The back is, it's just the normal usual Bubu dress, a free dress that you would want to rock. And when I tie the ropes inside, this is how it looks like. So you tie the ropes towards the back very well, and the front can be cinched in, or it just shows that it is a tight front waistline, yet the back is free. So the back remains free, and that is all for today.